Alright, so I wrote the script for this video when I was in a bit of a bad mood, and I mean, understandably why once you hear what I'm going to talk about, but I'm in a little bit of a better mood now. However, the script was written very angrily, so I'm going to try my best to emulate that anger when I go through the recording of this video. So, let's do this! I'm pretty much getting sick of talking about Dirty Bomb because I have nothing good to say at this point. I mean, was I the only one who was surprised that the community servers have a disgusting lack of customization? Maybe it's just me, but I thought the community servers were going to feature at least some level of effort put into them to where we could choose how we want to run our servers, like if we wanted to make knife only or sniper only lobbies, for example. But we can't even customize movement speed, merc health, ability cooldowns, or anything as far as I'm aware, but literally the only thing we can do is add merc stat cooldown modifiers. Like, that's even something to brag about. I guess the option for friendly fire is the only thing really worth mentioning. I mean, yeah, sure, the option is nice for those running tournament lobbies, but for literally everyone else, we're just stuck paying for a regular server that isn't on SD's dime. What is even the point at that point? If the game had a larger player base, then I can see it, because the option of anyone being able to host their own tournament would at least be viable, but right now I just don't see a point. And the reasons we were given as to why, for example, they don't want us customizing movement speed, were downright stupid.
As a lot of the levels are built with the speeds we have in mind.
Who cares about you? These are supposed to be community servers. It should be our decision to run them how we want. But instead, we're forced to run basically a normal server with no community options on our dime. I legitimately believe that I would be able to come back to Dirty Bomb and enjoy the time I would be spending while looking forward to the game's full release. Because when I left, there were promises of crafting improvements, weapon polishing, a public test server, an SDK, more maps, Steam trading, balance updates, and more. But in the one fucking week that I've been back playing this game, I have never been more infuriated. And I've been playing this game and critiquing it for a long time. I've seen so many stupid posts on Reddit about people ranting about the same thing. I guess I do that a lot, but they keep repeating that players wanted aim punch removed, and then it was those same players that kept saying the devs never do anything right. I've literally read the exact same sentence over and over on the subreddit, and it's getting really old. Because not only do I guarantee you that the players who complained about aim punch were happy once it was removed, or nerfed into whatever it is now, but that's not why this game is dying. The game is dying because there's no reason to stay. Why would we support developers that constantly lie or just make stupid design choices, or promise things that they either cancel and hope that we forget about, or aren't even what we expected in the first place? This comment accurately sums up most of what I'm talking about, and they aren't even scratching the tip of the iceberg. God damn, dude, 95% of the weapon skins look awful. Like, why would anybody want to spend money on these weapon cases when you're guaranteed to get garbage that you can't polish, and literally the only subjectively good-looking skins are a 1 in 100 chance at best? Man, another good reason this game isn't doing very well is because the only publicity it's really been getting from, say for example, bigger YouTubers is that it's pretty much all negative. Why? Because there's nothing good to talk about!
For the most part in this video I will talk about the bad things in Dirty Bomb, because honestly currently there aren't that many good things to talk about. There is just not thing to do anymore. There's nothing left you can enjoy.
But, I mean, that's not to discount the number of questionable design choices. You know, not gonna get into it because there's a fucking laundry list and plenty of other people have made videos on it, but...
Dirty Bomb as of 2018 currently delivers the most unfriendly new player experience in its lifetime. New and casual players now have to grind so much harder to just unlock the characters they want to play. Not to mention what it takes for them to get the card they want for one merc. This game has not received a major map since December 2017, and the merc released this year had its momentum stopped dead by the Phantom rework, released at the same time.
While I find the gameplay fun, the lack of additional modes makes me not able to play the game in long periods of time. Occasionally, there will be special events for character releases, real-world holidays like Christmas or Halloween, or smaller ones to mark the release of a new update. However, most of these events have made it difficult to get much. Any special edition loadouts are based on RNG, so you can just end up with a few loadouts you'll never use, or it just takes too long to get enough currency to buy stuff in the first place.
Splash Damage re-released the Obsidian Operatives. These Obsidian Operatives that they said were exclusive and for a limited time only. Splash Damage also said that they were going to make minor changes to the skins so you can tell them apart. Well, the reality is, they only changed the loadout cards. This time around, They straight up just re-released the BL63 from the Phantom Obsidian Operative this week. They already released that loadout, and they made no effort to change it at all.
The time between updates is still too large. The lack of communication between the community and the developers, despite the Q&A videos, is pretty bad. Finally, stupid game design decisions from Splash Damage. Splash Damage fucked up Phantom again. And I don't mean fucked up as in he's unplayable or underpowered. I mean he is fucking OP. I figured, oh, okay, this is acceptable to be almost completely invisible as long as he has a decloaking animation. What's that? It's too janky to have a decloaking animation?
These recent updates to Dirty Bomb, in conjunction with their new monetization push and less rewarding progression systems, place Dirty Bomb in a peculiar situation. This year saw the degradation of the new player experience like no other year before it. What the most experienced players feel is wrong with the game is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to those just joining us.
Let's look at this post on Reddit that's desperately trying to rally the opposition and find anything good to say about Dirty Bomb. Number 1, aim punch reduction. That's nice, I guess. 2, merc stacking cooldown modifiers. That's pretty much negligible since community servers are practically pointless anyway. 3, training videos and a new tutorial, which is arguably worse than the last one they made. And 4, a 64-bit client and DX11. Is this literally the best we can come up with? Now compare that against the armory of things we can pick this game apart about, and you'll see why there's nothing good to talk about. It's a stretch just to find something positive worth mentioning. And I'm not saying the nothing good to talk about is just general complaints that anyone can have. It's complaints based on the promises made by the people making the fucking game. It's not that unreasonable to have these complaints when, and yes, I'm bringing this up again because it is a valid concern, literally 2 years ago.
Now, thanks to Crafting Week, we've collected tons of data, and by using that along with your feedback, we are happy and confident to say that crafting will be improved.
We were promised that crafting would be fixed, changed, improved, literally have anything happen to it, and what has? Nothing, exactly. And now we're told that the game seemingly has enough maps to keep it enjoyable and fresh. Well, I guess there is a decent map pool, but if no new maps are being worked on, then what is? Steam trading? Because if we're literally just waiting for Valve to give SD the go-ahead to put it live, what else are they working on? No new mercs, no new maps, there's seemingly nothing else in the pipeline besides the FACEIT integration, which, again, I still haven't looked into. But from my understanding, the devs are handing the competitive side of Dirty Bomb, which is literally the only thing it has going for it if you exclude everything else I mentioned, they're giving it away to a third party. Dirty Bomb isn't just dying, it's being murdered. And the only reason to open the game anymore is for the login rewards. You know what will save this game? And this is a completely subjective opinion. An SDK, a software development kit. Give the players the hands to fix this fucking game because... You don't want to make maps? There are plenty of people in the community who do. You don't want to make new game modes? There are plenty of people in the community who do. If Dirty Bomb isn't a priority for Splash Damage, that's completely understandable. They're working on other things, great. I'm so happy for you, but be honest with us. Give us the tools to make this game great instead of pissing away the fans of what this game had the potential to be. That's it. I'm done. I'll see you for 1.0. Promises made by the people making the fucking game.